Yes, today we're grinding meat. You can see that we're going to check out, everybody's been asking about the Vevor Commercial Meat Grinder, and I've ground half of it. I had another video to do, so we went live on another platform with it. Now we're going to finish up the other half of my chuck roll and my brisket. I would sure like to know, what is your best combination for your ground meat? Ground meat is so much better when you grind it yourself, mixing things how you like it. And what I like about it is I get 2 cows per ground meat. I get 1 cow, 1 chuck roll, and 1 brisket. That is my favorite blend. The Vevor Commercial Meat Grinder, 304 stainless steel, 1.47 horsepower, 1100 watts, 550 pounds of meat per hour is what it's rated at. Only thing I wished I might would have got, I wished I'd have ordered me a foot control just to mash, with my feet. Other than that, the neck does not come off on this particular model. It does not bother me. We're going to go through the cleaning, and I'm going to show you how I clean it. We've been grinding halfway, so we're going to get started again. I've got to finish cutting. I do have some big Saikami knives that are fine, y'all. I've got my little boning one here. I've been kind of trimming. So what I like to do is I like to cut things into strips. Cut things into strips. That way they fit right down in the neck. This is the brisket, so we're going to make sure that we're getting plenty of fat. You don't really have to trim anything. Just make sure that it's if it's too wide, just wind up cutting a piece in half like so, and maybe in half again, just to get you some strips that'll go down the neck. This is considered like a number 12 or a 12 grinder. That's how big the neck is on it. I had no idea. Somebody told me that. That's kind of like above my pay grade. But we've had this grinder for 2.5 years. 2.5 years, it grinds like a champ, y'all. And I mean like a champ. Okay. We're recording, dude. Come on now. It's not live. No. Chelsea didn't come back. Why? What? Oh, okay. Let me finish this, y'all. Let me finish. So get all your meat sliced up. If it's too wide when you're slicing up your brisket or your chuck roll, make sure you get those strips done, and that way you can get them all. And you can mix it up if you want to kind of grind a little bit of brisket, a little bit of chuck roll, at a time. Just mix up your pieces, and that way you get it good mixed up. We do double grind. I like to double grind with the number 8 grinding plate. It comes with 2 grinding plates. You get a number 6 and you get a number 8, and you get 2 blades. I've only had to use 1 blade in 2.5 years, y'all. 1 blade. Now we're going to get our chuck roll, and we're going to slice. As you can see, this is where your chuck rolls come from. Your chuck eye steaks, your Denver steaks, stew meat, anything you want to get out of this, I guess. But we're gonna, she wanted it all ground. Wife wanted all ground meat. So I just take the same thing, slice it in half. If it's too big, I slice it in half again, and I'll make the big long strips. This one's a little too wide, so we're gonna cut it in half, and we're just gonna slice it down halfway so I can kind of control it a little bit, Don't cut yourself, take your time. But how many of y'all, let me know in the comments if you like to make your own ground meat. I'm telling you, I'd like to know your combination. If you do your deer meat, you do things like that, this is a perfect way to do it. Her brother has a regular old meat grinder from Cabela's. It is not this grinder, not at all. This thing is 37 pounds, y'all. 37 pound. And when I say it is a little mean grinder, it's quiet. It runs through everything. It does not have to be frozen. I do like to kind of halfway freeze my meat sometimes. This particular grind, I did not have time. I didn't have time. I needed to get this done. So we didn't have it frozen. Part of the brisket was frozen on the first grind. But it grinds up just fine, y'all. If you happen to see like a lot of silver skin or something and you want to get it off, get it off. If you don't, it's not going to hurt this grinder until you have ground, a lot. And I mean a lot of meat, y'all. So don't worry about that. Just cut it up. As long as you can force it down that throat, it's going to grind it up good. So we're fixing to get started, y'all. But you just haven't had good clean meat. There could be upwards of 100 cows in 1 pound of ground meat. Go look it up. I did. And that's just crazy. Now that's some pretty big silver skin right here, so I'm gonna cut that off. Throw that in the garbage right there. So clean up, trim up what you want to, and don't what you don't. So now that we got them cut into long strips, my way of thinking was too, that if they're in strips, and you could like maybe across the grain, if you run it across the auger, it's across the grain, you ain't gotta worry about that. Somebody told me that one time and I was like, no, I don't think we're gonna need that. We're not gonna need the plunger until I finish the getting it ground the first time. So y'all gonna see how quick it is. We're gonna turn it on and you're gonna hear how quiet it is. I've got my microphone on and you're just gonna put them in and you're just gonna let them eat. So we're gonna go back and forth from the brisket, one brisket or one chuck roll, one brisket, and you'll see all the fat in that brisket. And then it'll be mixing up all that fat with the chuck roll. That way I won't have to mix quite as much back and forth. That's 2. We're gonna stick a chuck roll in there. And you're gonna see real time, y'all. I'm not gonna edit this part. You're gonna see real time how long this, how quick this thing is. Because it is very, very quick. It is very, very quick, y'all. Come on in. And it ain't gonna take us long at all to get all of this ground up. And I hope that y'all will give your like homemade ground meat a try. You can do sausage, you can do all kinds of stuff, y'all. You can mix all kinds of stuff, whatever you need. If you want to do just like some sirloin roast and whatever your favorite meat is, then get her done. Like I mean, get her done, y'all. Let's go in with some more brisket. Get us some more fat going on. Right here. And this brisket wasn't like a real fatty brisket. We're gonna get just enough fat between the chuck roll and the brisket that it's gonna do really good. Eat it up. All right, so we're almost done. Total, when I get finished with this, we're gonna have about 30 pounds of ground meat. We're gonna have about 30 pounds. We do this about once every 2 months. Once every 2 months, we actually go to the Sam's Club, and I ask the meat department guys back there if they can find me a chuck roll that costs about 125 to 150 bucks, and then I want a brisket that's about 60 to 70 dollars. That's it. I don't want a prime brisket. I just want a brisket that I can grind up, you know. Now to get this last little bit out, a lot of people use ice or bread or something. I just go back in with one. It'll push out that rest. We're gonna be double grinding anyway, but I just wanted to show y'all how I do it. And now we got it all ground up. So now we're going to double grind. So we're gonna cut it off and we're gonna swap again. Look how pretty, y'all. Look how pretty that is. And you can see how much more coarse that is than your grocery store. And I just get me some big hunks and I just pile up here until we run it back through the grinder. And then we do vacuum seal. You're gonna make a mess, y'all. You're gonna make a mess. Bellaweeze, right there. I dropped a little piece and the little doggies will find it. Oh, she got it. So now we're gonna start the double grind, run through it real quick. And you're gonna have this done in no time. And you're gonna see the difference in the color of that meat. Because now it's gonna be mixing that fat in with that chuck. You can mix that up if you want, like fold that in together and get a very consistent, if you wanna grind it 3 times. Now the grinder comes with the number 6 grinding plate and the number 8 grinding plate. And you're gonna get 2 blades. So you'll get the 2 blades, 2 grinding plates, auger, you know, all the stuff. It's all metal. The only thing plastic that I have found on this grinder is the plunger and the fan in the back of it. I've never had it get hot. It gets a little warm. It's not even warm now. Not even warm at all. So if you're running your frozen meat through it, y'all, the neck will be sweating. You know, you'll see that turn real cold, and so on and so forth. So just let it push. Get you a whole nother section if you want to fold it over. Kind of mix some of that stuff in. And just steady keep feeding it until you get everything all nice and done. Now we got all the ground meat done. Doesn't take very long. You're gonna eat better, y'all, when you have the ground meat like this. It's beautiful. We're gonna get ready to vacuum seal it. But stay tuned for part 2. Part 2, we're gonna go over the cleaning at the sink. So y'all make sure y'all check out both videos, the grinding of the Vevor Commercial Meat Grinder and the cleaning of the Vevor Commercial Meat Grinder, so I can show y'all how I clean it without taking the neck off. So y'all stay tuned. I'm Craig with the Bickhams. I hope you appreciate my review videos, y'all, and I hope you'll click that subscribe button and click that bell notification button and come on back and watch any of my review videos right here with the Bickhams.